All right, what it do, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Iceberg, and today we got an unboxing for something special, something for those 2A boys. That's right, from my 2A community, everybody who loves firearms. We got a little unboxing that we're gonna do here. It just came in the mail today. Still a little ASMR. All right, enough of that. Let's open this thing up. So, I've been a firearm owner for quite some time, and I got a little bit of a collection. And this is something that I'm kind of excited for, and that I've kind of wanted to try for a little while with some of my firearms. So, let's see here. Just getting it out of the box, or out of the wrap. All right. Yeah, here we go, guys. You see what this is. Let me turn it around. The Recover S Tactical, right? So, or S Pro. Recover S Pro Stabilizer, right? The company is called Recover. It's called the S Pro. Recover Tactical is the company. But we have here a pistol stabilizing brace. This is very similar to the Flux Raider, where you already have the pistols. It's just a chassis system, and you place your firearm inside of it. Now, you can configure these for Glocks, Canics, and Walther PDPs. I have mine configured for a Walther PDP style firearm. All right, just opening the box. First and foremost, no tape on the box, right? This thing just opens right up, right? And then the contents of the box, here we go. Looks like we just got some loose stuff in there. Now, I'm not gonna lie, as a 2A person, I feel like when I spend this much amount of money on something, it should come in a little bit of a nicer packaging. Maybe some foam, with some cutouts for, you know, the individual pieces. Like, they literally just bagged this stuff up and dumped it in here. Right? Like, okay, you know, I'm a guy, it's whatever, but, you know, I'd still appreciate a little bit more, you know, packaging. So this stuff is just kind of thrown in here. The bags themselves are all marked up. Like, they're kind of like, I don't know, it's like they've been, like, pecked at by a bird or something. Just like these little individual, like someone's been poking at them or something. So we got some pieces in here. This, ooh, I'm not gonna lie, now I'm feeling some of this material, like this thing, you're not bending this. This is like hard plastic, but you can feel like there's metal on the, like, this is metal, like steel maybe, aluminum, maybe steel. It's pretty hard, but I believe this is gonna be like the brace part of it, right? So, we got this little brace piece. In this part here, it looks like we've got, I think this is for the brace, for the right hand brace. We got a little right hand brace piece right here. What is this? There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't know what this is. Maybe this is like a left hand. I think this is like left hand brace. So it's probably like your left hand brace, which is what I will be using. This looks like the shroud part that like goes onto the pistol this way. Like barrel shroud. This looks like the foregrip. So the foregrip, I'm guessing, locks into here somehow. Yeah, here we go. I think it locks like into here somewhere. So I'm guessing you slide it on this piece, and then there we go, right? You have like your foregrip, pistol goes in there. if I'm supposed to, let me not put it on all the way right now. Let me not try to force anything on right now. It looks like there's like a locking mechanism for it or something. I don't know which way it goes on. I'm gonna read some directions before we get too deep into it, but we're just looking at some pieces right now, y'all. We're getting our pieces together. And put these back in the bag just for now. Another little bag of parts. This looks like, I have no idea what this is. Like maybe like, this is gonna be fun putting together. This is some part. Not 100% sure what it is yet, but we got this little piece right here. PDP 9. I'm guessing this is some sort of mechanism to lock the firearm in its place, but let's get through the rest of this little box here, man. We got a lot of like little individual pieces. Looks like some like rails, like mounts for the rails, stuff like that. And then this little metal piece right here, I believe is where the optic will sit. Now, one thing that I am missing here, I'm missing an optic. I'm gonna have to get in contact with Recover Tactical because they were supposed to send me an optic. That is not in this box, so let's see here. Let me just make sure that I'm not tripping, because it says that I was supposed to get a Crimson Trace rail-mounted red dot sight. All right, so let me see here. I'm not trying to put all my billing information in here, but so without showing y'all all my business, hold on. These were the two items that I should have received, this optic and this brace mount. All right, so we're gonna have to get in contact with Recover Tactical and see what's going on with that. But in the meantime, in between time, because yeah, ain't nothing else in here other than that, unless they mailed that like in the mail or something, like put that in the mailbox, but I don't understand why they would do that. So we're gonna figure that part out in a bit. But the rest of this box, the rest of the contents of this box, we have some instructions to put it together. It looks like, okay, so instructions look like it gives me the pictures for all the parts, so that's nice. We're gonna put this thing together and, oh yeah, some nice little instructions here. Right, as y'all can see. But we're gonna try to put this thing together and we'll be back in just a bit, all right? I have my Walther and it's clear, gun is cleared. All right, here, just so y'all can see. All right, I don't want anybody on YouTube thinking that, you know, I'm just running around here with loaded firearms and shit. Firearm is clear. We're gonna be putting this Walther PDP-F on there. And yeah, it's a PDP-F, all right? Yeah, I got a PDP-F. What about it, all right? So, we'll be right back. Put this thing together. I would do it right here, like, you know, but it'd probably take forever. And then on top of that, I'm pretty sure YouTube's got some guidelines. So, BRB. All right, everybody, and we're back. So, we got everything put together. Here it is. This is the Recover Tactical S Pro for the PDP system. I got my Walther PDP-F in here. One thing I will say is it was very easy to put together. The instructions were very straightforward. The materials are very, like, you know, sturdy plastic materials. And I think everyone's favorite part is the ejecto brace, right? No one is not gonna want to have that. So very infamous from like Flux Raiders. Flux Raider came out with a chassis system like that, and you know, they only work for the P320s from my understanding with the ejecting brace, but they might make some for Glocks too. But you know, there's been a lot of the companies coming out with these different chassis systems. I wanted to get this Recover Tactical one because it was affordable and it was in stock. That was one thing with the Flux Raiders, is they're never in stock, and you also have to have a P320. I didn't want to have to buy a P320. I already had one of these, so you know, Walther makes great guns, so this is a great little thing. So on to the rest of this thing. As far as it handles, so it does come with that like charging handle to put on there if you don't have a red dot on here, but I got a red dot on here, so I'm just going to use that as its charging handle. And yes, the firearm is still unloaded. Still unloaded. We'll do a safety check. See, unloaded firearm. There's no ammo in this room, but yeah, man, cool little thing right here. This little part on the bottom will hold a magazine. I have a magazine in here, but I don't know where it is, somewhere around here. But yeah, you can put like a little magazine in there. But yeah, just a cool little system. Now, one thing I will say though, as a lefty, I feel like this thing is made for right-hand dominant people. When I deploy it and I go to look through my red dot, I really gotta tilt my head to find this red dot. Luckily for me, I have this really nice Hollow Sun ACSS Vulcan reticle. It was a partnership between Hollow Sun and Primary Arms, I believe, and it has this like little, like it's like a 5 MOA dot on the outside that kind of like lets you kind of get on track with your red dot if you can't find the center dot, so you can kind of just bring it down and get it on track. So for me at least, when I use this thing, so for me at least, when I want to go and use it, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna bring it up, deploy the stock, and I just gotta tilt my head a little bit to put it in sight. I can get that red dot right here and then, you know, do my thing. But I did have to remove the cheek rest, because as a lefty, that was not working. It was pushing my head too far. It was like too high and too far, so I'm like up and over it. I couldn't get down enough. It does come with a that rail that's supposed to go on the top here. Where is it? There it is. So this like rail mount, it's supposed to sit in the bag still, but you get the idea. It's supposed to sit on the top, like right here. You put your optic on there. I feel like when I get that optic in stock, it's probably gonna make a lot more sense. But seeing as how it like sits kind of so far away from the gun, I'm definitely gonna have to zero that thing, you know, the right way. But when I get an optic, either from Recover, because I emailed them, or whether I just get a whole nother one, you know, that's what we got set up so far. So I think when I do get that, when I get that optic to sit up there, it'll work out a little bit better. But this is what we got so far, guys. This is the S Pro from Recover Tactical, specifically for the PDP style framed firearms. I got the PDP F. Yeah, I got the F. The F is for fuck you. I got an F. All right, I like it. My guy has the full-size PDP, and those things are fucking sweet. I'm not gonna lie, but I like my original intent. So just quick backstory. My original intent behind this PDPF was to get rid of my 43X and use this as my everyday carry. But I realized, me just being a smaller, thinner guy, the width of this PDP is it's just a little too wide to conceal on my body. So I ended up going back for the 43X for my everyday carry, man. And you know, I was like feeling a little bit of regret buying this gun, but it is a great gun. Walther makes great guns. That's not, you know, it's not a doubt about that. But triggers are really nice on here. The grip on there is really nice. I can get a really good grip on there. It's easy to rack back. It's ambidextrous. You know, it's everything that I want in a firearm to carry every day, except for it's just a little too wide. Just a little too wide, man. If it was just a little thinner, then I'd be carrying this thing every single day. And I still sometimes do. You know, I got like a little bag and stuff like that. I might throw in a bag because I really like this gun. But that 43X, that's my EDC. So that was the purpose of buying the S Pro, is to kind of give this thing a little bit more life and kind of rejuvenate it. Maybe when I go on hikes, I'll take this. This is like, you know what I mean? This is a nice little backpack gun. Just boom, put it in a backpack. I mean, shit, I can almost put this whole thing in a pocket. You know, not this pocket because it's too big or too small, but like, you know, you can almost fit this thing in a pocket, like, or like, you know, I think they make holsters for these too. S Pro does, but you know, that's a whole nother situation. But either way, guys, let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm jawing off over here, so let me go ahead and just end this real quick. But yeah, I got the S Pro Tactical. I think I just need to get used to that get up, and I might even have to tilt. I might even look a little cool. Might even look a little tactical, you know, when I go for it. But S Pro Tactical, let me know what you guys think. Peace out. And almost forgot one more thing, guys. We will be taking the S Pro Tactical to the range this coming Monday, so stay tuned for that. And I also wanted to say I'm the first person to put a Labubu on their S Pro Tactical. That's right. And he's going to be coming with us, getting some range time in. Ain't that right, Labubu? See y'all later.